What do you do, Ivona? How did you find me?
Yeah, I mean, you come up everywhere. When you look for interesting women in the Middle East, you are like on the top list.
But you haven't been to my show. You haven't seen me perform.
I haven't been to one of your shows, but I watched a lot on YouTube and Instagram when I researched you. So I know a lot about you already.
Wow, already. I love it. Thank you.
Okay, welcome to the 4th episode of the I Can Edit, the podcast where we have honest conversations with successful women about their experiences, their journeys, and their advice for other women. And today's guest is proof that laughter can change lives, including her own. From accountant to comedian, from open mics to sold-out theaters, and from Dubai to the world, she's trailblazed her way into history as the first Filipino to build an English stand-up career in the Gulf region. And she's also been recognized among the top 100 most influential Filipinos worldwide. And her humor has brought both joy and representation to so many. I'm so excited to welcome Imah Dumagay. Thank you for being here.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. My pleasure.
So, Imah, you had a stable corporate career in Dubai for nearly a decade before stepping onto a comedy stage. What gave you the courage to take that leap?
I think it was my passion for entertainment.
Okay.
I think I'm a very creative person, and I've always wanted to be doing something entertainment related. I just didn't know what it was, like, because I couldn't sing, I couldn't act, I couldn't do other things.
Okay.
So I thought, let's try stand up. But before that, I took 3 art classes of different art forms: so stand up, film acting, and stage monologue.
Okay.
But stand up was the one that really, drawn me the most too. So yeah, I ditched acting and and stage monologue. I was drawn the most to stand up. Yeah.
Okay, but isn't stand up also kind of a little bit of a monologue, right?
Yes, but monologue in a sense that you're talking you're the one talking,
like
right?
in a play.
Yes. The difference, however, stage monologue is like, they call this the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Like, you don't talk to the audience, you deliver a script.
Yeah.
So you don't expect any response from the audience. They just watch you, they don't talk to you. Unlike stand up, you talk to the crowd.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
What was the first open mic for you like? Do you remember how it felt when people laughed for the first time?
So the first performance I did was not an open mic. It's like a showcase after the workshop that I took. So after 5 weeks of doing the class, we had to do a final performance in front of like 150 people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
It was really thrilling. It was exciting, but of course, it's very nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But the moment you get that first laugh, you just feel confident.
Yeah. And looking back, do you think humor was always a part of you, of who you were, or did you had to find your comedic voice, or was it like people telling you always like, you're so funny, you should do like stand-up comedy?
I think I was the clown most of the time before I became a comedian. Like at work. So basically, my family is very humorous.
Okay, that's good.
I think this is the Filipino thing. Humor is part of our life. Even at the time of disaster, calamities, we have to laugh first before look for the solution. Yeah. And I think I got my humor from my parents, so I think I was born with it. And then at work, before starting stand-up, I was always be the one who entertained everybody during lunchtime. So I think it's with me, even before stand-up.
And I have read somewhere that you described the transition from the corporate world to comedy as scary but freeing. What did you learn about yourself through that process?
That I'm actually shameless.
Okay. That's so good.
Because for me, over the years, I realized to be really successful at what you do, especially stand-up, you have to be very vulnerable on stage. And to be vulnerable, that means you have to get rid of your, not shame, but, you have to be willing to take it. You know, either everything the happiness or the positive reaction or the bad reaction or being humiliated in front of the people, so you have to be very, very I want to use the term shameless, but obviously it's not.
I love that. It's actually, I mean, why not? It's sometimes maybe good.
Yeah, so you just have to be very true to yourself.
Yeah.
Be very raw and vulnerable. And again, for you to be vulnerable, you have to remove that, what do you call it, the curtain of shame?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah. Yes.
As I said in the beginning, you have been named one of the top 100 most influential Filipinos worldwide. How did you react when you found out, and what does that recognition mean to you?
At first, I was not some. I don't even know how to answer this question because I'm still thinking like, wow, it was surprising and also. It's unbelievable because there are over 100 million Filipino people. They're talented, influential, and everything. But to be included in the top 100, I think something went wrong. Somebody made a mistake and put my name there, or I replaced someone. No, it felt truly an honor to be recognized by my people, not just in the Middle East, but on the global scale. So, because I was just an ordinary girl from my town, Cotabato City. And can I just say thank you, Tofa, for having me, for including me.
You have said that you want to be a voice for overseas Filipino workers.
Yeah.
What kind of impact do you hope your comedy has on them?
What kind of impact? I think I would say to be proud of who they are, of what they do. Because, we are in the region where Filipinos are mostly recognized for their hard work, not for the shining moment. That there's so many talented Filipinos here. I think whatever you do, as long as you're not stealing, you're not hurting people, you have to be proud of what you do. Celebrate it, even if the moment didn't come yet to be celebrated. Every day should be a proud day for you. Like whether you are a waitress, a nanny, a domestic worker, or a nurse or an engineer, you have to be very proud of what you do because you're not stealing money, you're not causing problems to people. You're actually contributing to the economy, be it small or big. You have to be proud. That's the one I want to.
I love
the impact that they want to get from my work.
And do you feel a sense of responsibility representing Filipinos?
Not a responsibility, but a privilege, I would say.
Oh,
I am more privileged to be able to stand and slightly represent them because for sure I don't represent my people because again every person, every Filipino or every human being has his own story. So my story is different from them. So I can't really say that I represent them fully. But I am one of those Filipinos who I would say that I'm very proud to be a Filipino, right? So I think people can resonate and relate to me, especially my people, and they see me as I'm privileged if they think that I represent them. So thank you. I think I'm more grateful and thankful.
I love that.
Thank you.
Something else. I keep seeing some very ridiculous claims online every time I stumble upon female comedians.
Yeah.
Where it's mostly men say, women are not funny. Have you ever come upon this claim, and what goes through your mind when you hear that?
Because I've been doing comedy most of the time. I've been doing comedy in the UAE, right?
Yeah.
And we are in a country that promotes tolerance, respect. So thank goodness I haven't encountered that yet.
Yeah.
But this is not me discounting the experience of fellow comics, female comics in other countries, right? Those comments exist even before I started comedy, it's always been there. People think, or majority men think that women are not funny. I don't think that's true. I think women did not have the opportunity to prove or show that they were funny.
Yeah.
Because at the time when women were not really, in the limelight or in the front, how do you say?
Center stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was no chance for them to speak up, to talk, to showcase their talent. It's all about men. So I think it's not fair to say that we are not funny because in my I would say I'm funny.
Yeah,
I make people laugh, whether you're a man or a woman. You come to my show, you go home really entertained, and so it's not fair to say I'm a woman. So
Yeah.
I would say I attest to that we are funny, and I'm not the only female comic in the world, or at least in Dubai. There's
Yeah.
so many women who are really funny. So
That's
that's a crap, if I can say. Sorry. That statement is a crap. It has to be removed now.
Absolutely. What do you think people misunderstand the most about Filipinos living abroad? And how do you challenge that through humor?
Yeah. So I have an example for that question. I want to answer that with my experience. So one day before I was performing, before I went to the stage, I was stopped. Somebody stopped my shoulder, and she asked for a bottle of water. Mm-hmm. She said, I'd like to order a bottle of water. And I was like, me too. So
she mistook you for a
waitress, right? Which is, again, absolutely nothing wrong with that. But however, it's a missed opportunity for non-Filipinos to put us in a box of that category. If you think that all of us are just doing that, then it's a missed opportunity for you, because there are so many talented Filipinos. There's so many creative Filipinos and professionals, skilled Filipinos. But unfortunately, most of the people, if they see Filipino right away, they just think that we only do these things, right? And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Somehow, what's the problem is how people treat us when they see us. When they look at you right away, that you don't matter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, but that's the truth,
Yeah, I understand.
And then when I headlined that show, and she was like, "Oh my God, I didn't know you're a performer, you're a comedian. I'm so sorry. I thought you work here." And I was like, "It's okay."
Yeah,
Well,
so you don't
okay.
take it personally?
Not anymore. Before, in the beginning, I did, but now I don't take it personal anymore, because there's nothing wrong with this. The stereotypes, they don't hurt me.
Yeah.
So now I just laugh at it, and I try to correct their
behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah, and often you turn these stereotypes into like jokes.
Yes,
and
now they're my material.
Always with, I think, empathy and intelligence, because I think your jokes are pretty intelligent.
Thank you.
But how do you find a balance between making people laugh and making them think? Because, it's easy to make fun about stereotypes, but then again, it should do something inside of you, right?
Yeah, how do I do that? So when we are writing our material as comedians, it's important. First of all, our goal is to make people laugh, right? But now the job of a stand-up comedian is a little bit more difficult than it used to be like 20 years ago. Now you have to make people listen, you have to make people laugh, and you have to make them think.
Yeah.
Because the audience members are very smart, and they want substance. They most of the time, people don't just want to come to comedy to laugh. They want to hear your point of view. They want to hear what you have to tell us. So it's not a must that you have a message to send across, because there are comedians who don't care about messages. They just want to make you laugh. But for me, I saw the opportunity that this platform gives me an opportunity to, say something. To create an awareness and maybe open people's mind towards Filipinos, especially in this region. Because again, this is the place where we're not really celebrated.
Yeah.
You guys recognize our hard work, but that's it. But to show you that there are more things that we can do more than, there are other things that we can do more than in the service industry, right?
Yeah.
And so I want to make sure that when I'm writing, I make you laugh, but towards the end, I'm gonna make you think.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of like inserting here and there, subtle messages like that.
And I think maybe humor is a good way to, make people think about things because they remember it more.
Yes,
probably.
exactly. And humor is a very good tool to address uncomfortable topics.
Yeah.
Because when you talk about something heavy, when you start laughing first, anything you say after that is easier to take. So
yeah, you have performed alongside big international names. Was there a moment where you were like, "Wow, now I've made it"?
The wow, yes. Oh my God, I performed, but I never said yet that I made it. Because to be honest with you, there was no laid out path for me as a comedian. There was no, okay, first year I should be this, second year I should be that.
Yeah.
There was none. For me, I thought I was just having fun doing the things that I love, and I get to make a living out of it. That's the only thing in my head. I never really said, oh, I made it, because, nothing. For me, I celebrate every performance I do, whether you're a big star or not. As long as I get a chance to perform, I celebrate that.
Yeah.
So, and if I say to myself, I made it what? Like,
what does it mean?
Yeah,
right?
what does it mean, right? So this is a evolutionary process. So there's no stopping there, in this journey. So when I say I made it, there's another thing that I have to do. So I think I would love to think that this is a journey, and as long as I live, I'm gonna gonna celebrate it every time.
Do you have some kind of, because a lot of entertainers have like a pre-show ritual? Do you have something like this before you go on stage?
I have to be very, very noisy, very loud, and I need to be like jumping, because how I deal with my nerves, I need to be like really physically active to make me relax.
Oh, okay. So like getting rid of the adrenaline.
Yes. To get rid of adrenaline, I need to have adrenaline.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, but I don't know how to explain, but I cannot like sit to wait for my turn. No, I need to be walking and then jumping or squatting like that.
That's actually, I think, very common. I just know it from like rock stars and stuff like that. They need to like do something before they go on stage, even though they will jump on the stage as well.
Right.
But I think it's an adrenaline thing for sure.
Yeah, because you'll never get rid of the nerves.
Yeah.
Throughout the years, I just learned how to deal with the nerves, but you'll never go.
During the pandemic, you have shifted a little bit into online comedy, and you have built a massive following. How different is it to make people laugh through a screen and on stage? Except for the fact that you have like a immediate reaction when you are on stage. Is that the only difference, or what would you say?
The good thing when you're doing it on screen, you have take 1, take 2, take 3. If you don't like what you just said or what you just did, you can refilm, right? You can repeat. But live, it's like it's on the spot. I think it's more savage when you're performing live than being online. But again, online, you get a chance to make the next shoot better or the next take better and improve the script. You have all these chances to do. But when you're performing live, it's. But I love live because I get to interact with people right away. So.
It's more interactive.
Yeah.
Sure. You have reached audiences far beyond the Middle East. Do you have like plans on content global or going global or reaching certain markets, or does it just come with the flow?
At first, it was just come with the flow, but then slowly, the thing is, I want to make people happy, not just in this region, but people everywhere. If I can do that, but also you get paid more when you. let's just be real. Yeah. This is my full-time job, so I need to have money.
We can be honest here.
I think next thing would be, it would be good if I can do the world tour, if I can perform worldwide, and I think I'd be able to do that hopefully one day. I believe so.
That would be so great, actually.
Yeah, my gosh, thank you. Let's manifest.
How do you read your comments on Instagram, or how do you deal with feedback online? Because humor is something that is very subjective. So do you like read stuff and reply to it? Yeah,
at first I used to just delete them, block them, but now I leave it there because it helps with the engagement. And then I feel like not everybody has the right to get my response. Not everybody has a privilege that to get my response. So I just choose, if I respond to you, that means you're worth my response. But I just ignore them, like don't feed the trolls. Sometimes I read negative ones, and obviously you're just a human being, it affects you, but that's very rare because I'm so good. I'm joking. It's very rare to get It's very rare to get negative comments. I'm kidding. Whenever I get, I just, it's okay. You know, it's your opinion. It's not the truth. You know, everybody has a freedom of, let them exercise their freedom of expression. However, you know, your freedom ends when my right to block you begins.
Yeah. I love that.
So
That's great. Comedy, especially in the Middle East, not especially, but even in the Middle East, is very male dominated. Still, even if there are a lot of women entering that kind of industry.
Yeah.
But do you feel that you as a woman had it especially hard in this industry, or that you had to give like 200% instead of 100% to get where you are? Or do you think it's just a matter of women have to just take the courage and do it?
I think in the first year, I had to like triple my effort because I'm Filipina. I'm a woman, I'm Muslim, and English is not my first language. So yeah, I think I tripled the effort. And then when I get that strong, what do you call this one? When I built that foundation that now people look at me and see me, oh, it's Imah. Okay, let's, when I reach that point, now I'm just like, that I was really like in the beginning I was like really, I need to prove myself, but now I'm just like, whoever consumes my work, they'll come to me anyway. I don't have to push myself anymore. I don't have to like insist to prove something because I've already gone through that phase. But I'll tell you, it's not easy because, as you said, this is a very male-dominated field. But the good thing about being in Dubai, because I have never experienced being discriminated because I'm a female or I'm a Filipina within the network. Everybody is very supportive. Male and female comics, very supportive. Whether you are a producer, an artist, or a venue partner, everybody is supportive. And I think it's because we're all scared to go to jail. Because if somebody gives you a problem, you can right away complain, And I think there's no, what do you call this one? Gender disparity here. Yeah. Everybody is equally treated. Like male and female comics are equally underpaid. So it's okay.
I also read that you were one of the first comedians to receive a 10-year golden visa.
Yes, I think I was the first or second, whatever.
Does this make a difference for your journey? Because did you plan to stay as long as in Dubai as you did, or did this have any impact on your journey and career?
Yeah, first of all, I mean, financial wise, let's talk about it. Like, it's not, at least now I don't have to renew every 2 years, every 3 years for my visa, and I don't have to rely on the mercy of my employer. Yeah. If we don't, I will cancel you. No, my former employers, they're really good. But the fact that you have this 10 years, at least somehow it gives you peace of mind that, okay, you don't break rules anyway, so you're a good person, you're a good citizen. You're a good resident. So for sure, this 10-year, is good for me. Again, it gives you peace of mind. You don't have to think of what if I don't work because again, before I used to be employed, right? So my visa is like
was always dependent on.
Yeah, and if I lose my job, then what happens, right? Yeah. So the golden visa really is very freeing for us, I mean, especially for me. Second, I did not have planned to stay here in the beginning, but then Dubai is a very progressive city, and it's not perfect, but it's home. Yeah. I've been here for the last 18 years now. It's home.
Yeah.
So I would want to be here forever, but it depends. So if they still like me, if they don't like me anymore, then I have to go somewhere.
Yeah. I think that your story feels like a lesson in courage, because you did this leap from corporate to like being your own woman and doing your thing. What advice would you give other women who feel trapped in this kind of situation and who are scared to start over?
Okay. I want to say, when you want to make a decision, try not to think you're a woman. First, think that what do you have, skill-wise, resources wise. You can forget gender, especially if you're here in the Middle East. Forget gender because again, do you want me to address in general?
You can say whatever you want.
Okay, I'm gonna say again, both in general or in the Middle East. I would suggest not to consider your gender first because that will limit you. Oh, I'm a woman, and you're putting so much pressure on yourself. Again, you have to triple your effort because you're a woman. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
As long as you have something to offer to bring to the table, even if you don't have anything to bring to the table, sell the table, Tell them I don't have nothing, but I can sell your table. We'll make money. So
oh my God.
You don't have to be a woman to be good at what you do. That's what I'm trying to say. So however, there are people, let's not deny also or discount that the fact that there are women who are really worried, because especially if you are married, children, obligation and all this, how do you do these things, right? You won't know until you do it. Yeah. So just do it. You'll never get the answer if you don't.
It's always good to try at least,
exactly.
Right?
Try, do it, So, and try because one day you'll give up anyways. I'm joking.
And one day you die and then everything's over. No, I'm joking. But how has laughter helped you personally outside of the stage lights? You said before that humor is always a good thing when you have to go through difficult times. Is this something that is a mantra for you in your life?
Yeah, oh my gosh. For me, as long as I can laugh at something, I know I'm gonna get through things. Laughter, it has, again, it's part of my life. Forget that I'm Filipino or anything. No, it's part of my life. I can only solve my problems when I laugh at it first.
Yeah, that's so good. I wish I had this kind of attitude towards problems because I'm always get panicked, and I think a lot of people get anxiety when they think about problems. But humor is such a good way to address things, I think.
Yeah, and how do I say? Because laughter is very important for me. I'll tell you. During accident, even if something happened, I would laugh at myself because, so let's say I trip, right?
Yeah.
I trip, and the first thing I grab is my lipstick.
Okay.
Because I want to make sure, I'm telling you, and I'm laughing in my head. Oh my God, I fell like that. Where's my lipstick? Because in my head, somebody comes to me, I need to look pretty, And then I would laugh at myself. I'm like, oh my God, you're so
this is great. I should apply that to my
life.
I
just realized that I should not take myself seriously.
Yeah.
You shouldn't take yourself seriously because nobody cares. Really, nobody cares.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody just cares about themselves. That's it.
You are the second guest actually that said this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's so funny.
Thank you.
Let's play a quick fire round where I say something and you try to answer with only one sentence or one word.
Okay.
Okay. A comedian you would love to perform with one day.
Dave Chappelle.
Okay. The funniest thing that ever happened to you on stage.
I forgot my joke.
One thing that instantly makes you laugh.
People falling.
Okay. That's a classic. A joke you wish you had written.
The joke of Anthony Jeselnik is a one-line joke and very dark. I can't say it.
You can't say it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's very dark and
maybe I will link it in the show notes.
Yes, exactly.
I will link it in the show notes.
Yeah. I will do that.
Describe your sense of humor in 3 words.
Okay. Not raunchy. I will not say raunchy. In 3 words. Okay. Adorable, savage, naughty.
Okay, that's good. And now finish the sentence. Comedy for me is...
money.
I love that. And then I have one last question for you.
Yeah.
In all of this, the whole being on stage and everything, what keeps you personally grounded, even as your career grows?
That we all go to the washroom to poo-poo. So nobody's special.
Okay, yeah, that's a really good attitude. I love
and
that.
our poo-poo are smelly, so.
Imah, thank you so much. Your story is a beautiful reminder that purpose often starts with a single brave step. I love that. And that even laughter can be a form of empowerment. Thank you for inspiring us, not just with your humor, but with your courage and your authenticity. I love that you are so like honest and in your face.
Thank you.
This is so great. Thank you for being here and sharing this with me.
No, thank you for having me.
I will link all the accounts of Imah in the show notes and the dark joke and the YouTube videos and everything, so you can look it up. And whenever she's performing again, go to a show and see for yourself. Thank you,
Yes,
Imah.
please. Thank you so much for having me. Don't forget to watch and support this podcast, showcasing women who are empowering themselves. So thank you so much. This is very important for me to be able to express and share my story. So thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we are done. Thank you so much.
No, thank you,
That was
darling.
amazing.
My gosh, I'm so
Wow,
happy.
we were very fast, but that's great.